And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action. Of course, going to be Zaza that we're taking a look at. The Zambian, the last hope here for Zambia. It is, of course, the man. I do apologize. He actually had 4 wins, I believe, 3 losses. As that was incorrect rendering. But for right now, Zaza, when it comes down to character select, it looks like all the players are pretty much set to go, as we'll cross to that in a second. But for right now, they've jumped straight into the action. And it's about time that we jump straight in, as it is going to be Zaza taking on Catwoman. And Zaza's going to be on our left-hand side with the Green Lantern taking on the Catwoman. It is a fight that we expected between both of these players.
Begin.
At the moment, a couple of shots to get connected. And it is going to be ACF finding under pressure early on here in this first 2-5. So using the first round, essentially, being able to test out their opposite numbers and see who's going to be able to come out on top. And the Zambian hope, of course, in Zaza right now, playing with that Green Lantern. Connects with the overhead, keeps the combo rolling, and will be able to connect that into a back 3. However, connects with 2 high kicks. And once again, is this overhead 50-50 that it seems to be struggling with ACF. However, finally connected his own. However, it is a bit of an awkward position as he does not manage to keep the combo going. Good dodge out of that one as he just slowly builds up that distance, currently keeping that chip damage going. And here we go, it is ACF that finds his way in. There we go, connects with the back 3 into the big land up, finishes it with the whip. And, oh, that one's going to get well blocked out there. However, it is enough chip damage coming in from ACF to bring this down to 1 bar in favor of his opposite number. So it is a whip into connection, going to keep this juggle going as he connects with those mids, those floors, into an overhead juggle. He wants to, rather than opting to go for that back 3, connects with the overhead. And it looks like there's a clash coming out here from Zaza himself. Spends the 1 bar, that's going to be 15% health regen. Chips away enough damage to bring this down to 1 bar between both players. Clash still in hand here of ACF should he decide to use it. At the moment, tremendous amount of respect being shown between both of these players in terms of their pressure that they keep piling on. And there's a back 3 that gets dodged out here from Zaza as he connects with his own. And now we'll be able to keep the combo rolling. However, dodges up that distance, going to be using that crocodile interactable. And for right now, this really can go either way. The back 3 will be able to connect into an uppercut. And there's going to be some solid play being shown here from the lads. As ACF looking like he's getting whittled down. And this might put him on the back foot. A lot of people pegged him as the favorite going into this matchup. As the overhead will get dodged out due to a narrow back 3. As he will be able to land up with a combo. However, it is a back 3 of its own coming in from your boy. As Zaza managed to come up with the win. And takes that 1-0 in favor for the Zambian lad.
Catwoman, Green Lantern.
Okay, so it looks like he's going to stick with the Catwoman. At the moment, you are tuned in to the Injustice 2 Legendary Series. It's been a long build-up, essentially 7 to 8 weeks of build-up to land up to this point that we're at right here, right now. It's going to be, of course, this is our second semi-final. The winner awaiting the champion of this match in the grand finale is going to be Shokan, who came off of a quite a dramatic win, a very close, a nail-biter of a win against his opposite number in Mr. 5000. I've got to say, Mr. 5000, you performed amazingly. But for right now, diving right back into the action, it is going to be Zaza, who keeps on piling the pressure. At the moment, it does not look like ACF has much of a response as he gets pinned back into the corner, finally connects with the back 3, but once again, not in the best of positions. However, the interactable will get bounced out as there's going to be an overhead connection as ACF says, you know what, whatever you can do, I can do better. At the moment, trying to find his way in. releasing those claws and releasing the damage as once again is the back three. Once again, a little bit of an awkward spot, but finally managed to come up with the broom to sweep that one clean. And Zaza answering right back with the bowling ball, getting a strike on that one to bring it back to a ball, or should I say a health bar apiece. And it is going to be once again that low connection. He keeps on playing with that overhead to the low. And ACF sometimes not deciding correctly. Of course, a difficult 50-50 to try find his way in. As ACF trying to do exactly that. Ooh, miss out on a couple of big opportunities right there. The back three gets called into play once again. It is the uppercut. It is the overhead that will not do enough damage to his opposite number. But it's ACF connects with one of his own and will release those claws finally on his opposite number. However, Green Lantern puts him into a corner. And that's not a position that you want to be in against Green Lantern. However, forfeits the position as will connect with the back three. Lands into the mids. Just trying to find their way in. ACF, it looks like the clash will get called out.
Just watch me.
And there's going to be an attacker success there. So neither player with a full bar to spend just yet. As this one is really bringing it down to the end. As there's going to be a low connection coming in here. And finally the clash will get called out. I think both players should have a bar to spend here. Oh, it is going to actually be an attacker success. Puts him down to critical. We'll try to find his way in. ACF turns it around at the last. Oh my gosh. He decided to go all in. And it was the likes of ACF who came out on top of that one. Bringing it back to one apiece.
Catwoman. Green Lantern.
And it looks like the players will swap sides here. As it is going to be ACF on our left-hand side.
Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum.
And on our right-hand side, Zaza, the Zambian Hope, at the moment. Trying to find his way in.
Begin.
So we jump into the fight straight away, and it's time to kick this one off as both players are tied at one apiece. If you just joined us, this is the second semi-final, and it is the Catwoman taking on the Green Lantern. The Green Lantern represented in Zaza, the Zambian, the last hope, as he's seen his teammate falling down into the spikes that is the third and fourth player playoff. And at the moment, South Africa has a representative in the final already. So if you're Zambian, you know who you're backing at the moment. It is, of course, your boy, Zaza. However, ACF ready to stand in his way as currently tied things up at one apiece. As the bowling balls will get whipped out. Will be able to land that mid-air grab, and just like that, throws him back and forth like the ragdoll that Catwoman can be. However, I would not rule out ACF at any point in time, but at the moment, ooh, it is the damage from the distance that is going to go all the way as he finally lands in with that low kick. And you can hear him breathe a sigh of relief at the moment. Oh, it is the back three finally connecting. We'll be able to find his way in here, as it is going to be the overhead trying to find his way in. Unfortunately for ACF not being able to do so. However, bridges that distance really well with a double back. And now it is Zaza turning things around as he puts him once again into the corner. Good blocking coming in here from ACF, showing some good composure. Ooh, a back three does get traded out there. ACF currently on the back foot. He will essentially need to go super clutch to stay in this one. Really can fall either way, ladies and gentlemen, but at the moment it is Zaza that is looking almighty, all-powerful. As he keeps the Catwoman in the corner and keeps chipping away every single beat, every single little bit of damage, as looks like Zaza looking way too strong as he takes this one
Green Lantern wins.
and makes it 2-1. And the Zambian Hope keeps on keeping things alive here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the game will make things difficult,
Green Lantern.
as it is going to be a change of sides.
Catwoman.
It is going to be ACF on our right-hand side and Zaza on our left-hand side. It looks like we might be going No, it looks like we had to actually refresh that one. So what I thought was the Joker's playground, it looks like we're going to go to Brainiac ship instead, ladies and gentlemen. So Zaza in the driver's seat at the moment as ACF needs to try pull off something at the moment as he's been playing a little bit more conservatively than what we've seen from him in the past. As finally connects with a couple of claws of his own and backs out of that one. Currently has a bar to spin, however uses the intactable, will be able to connect with the overhead. Keeping him in the corner, keeping that pressure piled on. A lot of respect being shown between both of these players. Ooh, it will be the high kick coming in from Zaza that finally breaks that distance between both of these players. It is the back three that gets called into play, and once again it is ACF's trademark whip that finds its way in. However, the delayed wake up coming in, and that's very difficult to time from ACF to keep that damage coming in. Let's see if he predicts it out this time. No, will not be able to do so. However, finally seen some grab tech coming in from one of these players. And ACF just says, you know what, that's enough for me. I'll just take a little bit of a low just to get the first bar removed from his opposite number. Currently 2 bars to Spain in favor of the Green Lantern himself. Make that one as he did use that back 3 meter burn. And that's going to be enough damage as he whittles this one back within 1. Such a closely fought competition between both of these players. At the moment it is going to be ACF on the back foot, technically speaking, as he is 1 round down, as he tries to find his way in. And so far has found success on the overhead. Of course, that back 3 is pretty much a key point for him that he likes to use just to make sure as soon as he's in mid combo to whip that out. Dodging out those bowling balls. It's a trickier task than you can imagine at times, as both of these players looking very, very, very keen to try find their way in. A lot of respect. Building up the tension as the low will connect. It's going to be a little bit of chip damage coming away from his opposite number. And expect the dash as, ooh, the overhead does not connect, as neither does the back 3 from ACF, as once again spending too much and not getting too much out of it. That play going around for him at the moment. Zaza happy to play the distance, happy to play that distance game at the moment. Trying to play that zoning and chip damage, and it looks like a clash will get called out here.
Ring, don't fail me now.
2 bars will get spent, and that's a juicy amount of health that will return, essentially 25%. Ooh, a good meter burn into that rise up. We'll be able to keep it going as the shoulder charge finds its way in. And now Zaza happy to play the distance. However, ACF knows he needs to bridge the gap as he does find his way in with the whip. However, we'll be able to connect with the meter burn into the back 3 and now finds his own combo. That not getting clashed out, interestingly enough, from Zaza, who will land a combo of his own into the back 3. We'll be able to connect with a couple of mids, and this should be enough, as it is going to be Zaza who essentially doubles his lead against his opposite number
Green Lantern wins.
to make it 3-1. As the Zambian hope keeps the fire alive here, ladies and gentlemen. And it is going to be still ACF on the right hand side and Zaza on the left hand side. Now ACF has opportunity. Will he decide to change things up?
Catwoman.
Oh, does he just believe it is a change of fighting style? I think that's what he's going for, as it looks like the Catwoman will get called out once again.
Fighters approaching the Joker's playground.
So we go to the playground that is the Joker's home. And
Begin.
currently 3-1 in favor of Zaza. In this first to 5, it is a lengthy marathon, and testing your opposition skills and seeing how you can figure out your way in constantly. It is a mind game between both of these players. A lot of respect being shown through both of them, with equal records in the league. It is going to be, once again, Zaza trying to build that distance. As he will use those interactables just to keep that damage, keep that pressure, piling on his opposite number. However, there we go. It is going to be a usage of frame knowledge there from ACF that knows that he needs to be able to take advantage of that situation. That's enough for him. Zaza will throw out the bowling ball. As both players just trying to find their way in, and there we go. It is the advantage on plus frames here coming in from Zaza. As he finds his way into the corner, you can expect that interactable getting called out. More than likely, I thought it would be. And there we go. Just like that, it is going to be Zaza putting himself on the back foot, as it is ACF coming up with the claws and trying to bring himself back into this fight. It is the low, trying to find his way into the overhead. However, it is the mid connection. As he uses that meter burn into the back three, will be able to find his way in once again. Does 100, or should I say 10 hit combo into 330 damage. However, blocks out the back three as well, as he keeps the pressure piling on. Has he worked out his opposite number? Has he worked out Zaza's playstyle?
Just watch me.
A big fist coming in there from Zaza to get some health back. And is this ACF learning his lesson and finally comes up with the grab there? That one does not get called out as he connects the overhead. Into the meter burn, you can expect the back three. This should be enough, ladies and gentlemen, as it is going to be your boy ACF who brings this back within one. And will this go all the way to that final round? We'll have to wait and see. Right now, I need to get a drink of water, ladies and gentlemen, because my throat is going to get ripped apart from the action that we're seeing on screen right now. If you just joined us, welcome. This is, of course, the Injustice 2 Legendary Series. And right now, you are watching some legendary action on your screen.
Catwoman.
As it is our semi-final of the grand finale. It's been
Aquaman.
6 weeks that we've built up to this point. And at the moment, it is going to be Zaza still with that 1-0 lead
Fighters approaching Slaughter Swamp.
on his opposite number. Currently, the score, however, is 3-2, so has that 1-round advantage. As it looks like we've got something interesting. It is the Aquaman that gets whipped out here from Zaza. And I'm a one-trick Aquaman, so it's what I like to see. As he will be able to find his way in. Ooh, going to use that trait, not slipping out the combo, however. And there we go, it is the meter burn, and he's going to keep that zoning damage going on and piling that pressure on, as he will go up with that trident. However, does not connect with the trident rush. Tries to find his way in with the overhead, however, it's the back three coming in from Zaza. As he tries to chip away that damage with that tentacle coming in from the floor. Will be able to find his way in with the uppercut. That zoning, so good from Aquaman, that distance in terms of that trident, giving you so much room. But at the moment it is, of course, ACF in the driver's seat. With a little bit of momentum in his favor. And with a little bit of health too. Trying to find his way in, keeping that chip damage going. A little bit of footsies will get traded, as it is going to be that trident rush, essentially, with that chip damage. Keep it going. As it constantly, no matter if you're blocking it out, it's going to keep on doing big damage to you. We'll be able to finally find his way in, and just like that, it's going to be enough to give Zaza the first bomb. At the moment, just trying to find his way in here, realizes that if he goes up against that trident, that it can be a very, very dangerous position. Just acknowledging and taking that chip damage. So he needs to be smart of how he approaches these fights. Oh, and there we go. It is going to be Zaza that proves to be the more patient player. And now in that corner, not a position that you want to be in, as he will keep this chip damage going time and time again. The interactable, the cat trap essentially, will get thrown down onto the floor. And ACF really is desperate to try find his way in here. At the moment, it is going to keep on coming and keep piling on that pressure, as finally connects with the back three. Will be able to find his way in here. Whips him back into the corner and finds his way in with a couple of big shots. However, the overhead will not find its mark, so I think ACF needs to try find his way out of the situation, because you can expect another big rush to come in here, and finds himself in the corner. It is the overhead, the double overhead, that will come into play. However, both get blocked. And it's going to be the chip damage. It should be enough. However, oh no, he jumps out of the situation. That is not going to be enough. As it is going to be Zaza making it 4.
Aquaman wins.
As he comes up with the W there. And let's see if ACF has an answer as we go back to character select. And a good character selection there coming in from Zaza. Oof, ladies and gentlemen, this one has been a fiery match between both of these players.
Aquaman, Catwoman.
And it looks like a Catwoman will still get whipped out. We're not going to
Fighters
see anything
approaching
different here.
Atlantis.
But we will see ACF on our left-hand side. And on our right-hand side, of course, is going to be...
Begin.
I do apologize. It's actually ACF on our right-hand side and Zaza on our left-hand side. At the moment, Zaza with that round advantage. Or 2-round advantage, rather. And those tentacles going to come in once again. Able to come up with that meter burn into the pickup, and right now puts him back into the corner, and that is the Trident Rush that lands over 14 hits. Some big damage once again. I'm going to keep that pressure piling on. He needs to find a way to try and get out of it, but at the moment ACF is just burning health as he can't seem to find his way forward.
Stick a fork in you. You're done.
Yeah, stick a fork in it indeed is quite aptly said there from Aquaman as he keeps his pressure piled on ACF. He will connect with overhead and find his way chipping away at more damage with every single second.
This is for Bruce.
I'm not worried.
And now it's going to need to be the super clutch play here from ACF to fight his way back in. And at the moment, you're going to ask a lot from the lad, as it looks like the Trident will find its way and essentially being the weakness from ACF. As he connects with the combo, however, it is going to be the juggle out. It is the back 3 connecting, and it is ACF that gets knocked out, and it is the Aquaman from Zaza that comes up with the victory and essentially propels him as the Zambian hope to take on Shao Kahn in the finale. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So when we revert to the schedule, we've seen both of those games that you see on your screen right now. So guess what? We're going to go to the 3rd and 4th player playoff, and then it's off to the grand finale. We'll be back as we kick off with the next game in just a second.